Hey, what's up? Ron here. Welcome to TimeWalkTV. I hope you're all having a great day today. If you're new here, we post videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday all about Magic the Gathering. So if you want to keep up with all my videos, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button down below. So today, we got our EMBERCLEAVE. We're going to be playing GRUUL, the #1, the winning deck from the Mythic Championship. Super excited. Did not expect this deck to win the whole tournament. I expected to do really well. But Javier Dominguez, against all odds, playing a deck he didn't even want to play, took down the entire event, and as the 1-2 punch, took down Golos in the end. So let's go and hop into Arena, see what cards are in this deck, and get into some games. Alright, welcome into Arena. We have Javier Dominguez's deck loaded up, ready to go. Let's go and take a look at some of the cards and see how this deck works. It's going to be a quick overview. The link's going to be down in the description to the deck list, so you can check that out as well. So just going through the creatures here, we have Pelt Collector, gets bigger as you play bigger creatures. We have Cruel Harpooner to take out some flyers. Paradise Shoot to ramp us into our big spells. Questing Beast, because it's the most insane 4-drop creature you could have in a green deck currently. It's got a wall of text and it just does everything you want it to do. We have Zertog Goblin, a card that you don't really see that much. It's just a 2/2 for 2. Has Riot though, so you can give it haste, or you can put a 1/1 counter on it. So sometimes it's a 2-drop 3/3, or sometimes it's a haster. So that's kind of sweet. Bone Crusher Giant, shock effect with a 4/3 body. It's great. It does everything you want it to do. It kills creatures, comes back as a big 4/3. That if someone targets it, it deals them 2 damage. So getting that extra little bit of damage in can really help. GRUUL Spellbreaker, really great card. Saw it in previous standard formats, but haven't seen it too much until now. It's a 3-drop 3/3, just like the Zertog Goblin, but this thing can go up to a 4/4 or get haste because it has Riot. It also has Trample, and you gain Hexproof, and the GRUUL Spellbreaker gets Hexproof as long as it's your turn. So our opponents would have to kill this on their turn at sorcery speed. So that's something really notable. Skargan Hellkite, the big bad dragon that we haven't seen too much of, but it gets haste. Again, this is basically like a Riot deck. So you have haste or a 1/1 counter. Now if this has a 1/1 counter on it, you can pay 4 mana to Fork Bolt or deal 2 damage to however many targets you want there. So that's pretty sweet. The GRUUL Spellbreaker, again, the hexproof that it gets is nice because we have EMBERCLEAVE in this deck. So as you're swinging and you want to put EMBERCLEAVE onto our GRUUL Spellbreaker, well, it's got hexproof, so they can't really, kill it on their turn, or our turn. 4 Once Upon a Time to find any of our creatures or lands if we need them. So this is another kind of like a 1-mana dork or something like that, or just find our Hellkite, find our Spellbreaker, stuff like that. Collision Colossus, we can take out big flyers that are pretty annoying since we really don't have any reach in this deck, and we can pump our creatures and give them trample, so attack for 4 could turn into attack for 8 and win the game. So careful and look out for those if you're playing against this deck. Mana base, super simple. 4 Stomping Grounds, 10 Forest, 9 mountains. Everything comes into play untapped, so you're playing all your spells on curve. You don't have to worry about anything. Moving over to the sideboard, 2 red cap melees for probably opposing Hellkites, or I don't know, anything else that's red, maybe Sarkons or something like that, because it deals 4 damage to a creature or planeswalker. If the permanent is non-red, we have to sacrifice land. So we really don't want to do that. We will if we have to, but 1 mana to deal 4 damage is huge. 2 shocks for the lower end, aggressive decks, so that we can kind of tempo ourselves into getting ahead. Veil Summer for any blue or black deck. Domri's Ambush, I guess this is more for any creature style decks, I guess, or anything like mid-rangey. Lovestruck Beast is probably in the same camp. You want more heavy hitters in the first 2 or 3 turns of the game, rather than just having a Zertog Goblin on 2. Thrashing Brontodon for anything artifact or enchantment related, because we can play it as a 3/4 and beat down, and then we can sacrifice it to kill an artifact or enchantment. Finally, Shifting Ceratops for any green or blue decks that we've come across, possibly mono blue, or the flash decks or anything like that. This deck is basically made up to beat the Field of the Dead decks. As of today, Field has been banned, but it won't go into effect until the end of the week. So these next few videos are going to be probably against Field of the Dead if we run into it. We'll just have one last hurrah with all these decks until things start to shift, and then we start to play against Oko and Nissa every single game. So this deck would probably be pretty good against the Oko and Nissa decks as well. So keep an eye out for this deck. It's going to be really powerful, really fast. EMBERCLEAVE, I can see this going up in value as far as price wise, and for people playing it in a lot of their decks, because it just deals so much damage so quickly, and some of these decks just want to get the game over really fast. So let's go and hop into some games, see how it plays, and I'll see you in there. Alright, welcome into round 1. Let's take a look at our hand, see what we have to work with. Doesn't look too good. We have 5 lands, but we do have a Once Upon a Time. Maybe this is possibly keepable because we can go find a 2 or 3 drop, and we're on the draw, so we will draw a card. So I'm gonna actually, I guess I'm mulliganing, and I'm mulliganing to a bad hand. I was gonna keep it. I swear I was gonna keep it. Okay, so there's nothing we can do in this one. This one looks great. Let's go and keep. Okay, so we have to discard 2 cards out of this one. Since we're on the draw, Bonecrusher Trident is very, very good. We want the Paradise Druid to get into our big spells, and we want Once Upon a Time. So we'll definitely get rid of the Zertog Goblin. And we'll probably keep Once Upon a Time and get rid of the Paradise Druid. That way we have removal, a threat, and a way to get like a creature or a land. So let's keep... I wanted to keep the 7, but ended up not being able to. So, our opponent starts off with Temple of Silence. Scries 1 to the bottom and pass the turn. What do we got? Paradise Druid. Okay, so on turn 2 we'll play Once Upon a Time into Paradise Druid. So let's go and play our Forest and pass. Go to our opponent's turn here. What do we got? So Temple of Silence could be anything, but it looks like they're going to play Castle of Interest next. So there's probably like the Esper Doom Foretold deck possibly, which is going to be really, really good against our deck. So we're going to really need to string a few things together here. So let's go and play, well let's play let's play Once Upon a Time first. Grab ourselves the Questing Beast. Play our Paradise Druid, and now we'll get Questing Beast going next turn here. But it looks like we're against like an Esper deck. Hopefully it's like an Esper control deck and not really a the Doom Foretold deck, because we're gonna have a really, really hard time with the Doom Foretold deck, I think. But we will see. We will see. I do expect that since Field of the Dead is now banned, we will be seeing more of the Esper Doom Foretold decks, just because it deals with the Oko decks pretty well. Not the best though. If Oko gets it out pretty quick, it's going to be really hard for them to beat it. But basically what we're going to do here is we're just going to play GRUUL Spellbreaker, give it haste, and start beating down for 5. Try to get through all their removal here. So it looks like they're going to play Hero Precinct 1 into Thought Erasure, take out our Bone Crusher Giant here. And look at that, we drew the land, pay 2 life to play Hellkite. Well, since they have that, I'm going to give it a 1/1 counter, and then I'll swing for 3. So since they have Hero of Precinct 1, we're going to give this a counter so that we can pay 4 mana next turn to kill the Hero of Precinct 1. If they make a bunch of tokens next turn, we can use this over and over again to kind of ping the tokens and start taking them out of the way. Getting them out of the way. Taking them out of the way. Ooh, can't even talk today. Alright, so opponent plays Hero Precinct 1. Now they play Teferi. Probably going to bounce our Hellkite here. Alright, since they bounce the Hellkite, we'll probably just give it haste and swing at their Teferi to take it out. They played under Scryland, put on the bottom. And then I guess they would just pass turn. I don't think they would swing with anything currently. We have them on the back foot. We're at 10, we're at 18. And they only have 2 cards in hand. It'd be nice to draw an Embercleave here. I'm surprised they only ran 2. I was expecting them to have 4 Embercleaves. So I was like, man, I gotta get me some Mythic wildcards, get me some Embercleaves. Finished off the playset to realize that they're only playing 2, which I had previously. So I didn't really need to go that ham, but I think, you know, we'll probably try to do that. Alright, so let's see. We could try swinging at Teferi with just a Spellbreaker and see what happens. But let's get some... What do we do here? So we can swing a Spellbreaker and see what they do. If they block with these 2 tokens, Spellbreaker gets over for 1. They'd have to block with Hero Precinct 1 and the token. So I think that's actually that's the best play. Let's swing for 3, see what they do. They might just let it go. I doubt that they're gonna... Oh, wow. Okay, well I get to take out both their guys. That's fine with me. Tapped, and we'll play Hellkite with a 1/1 counter on it. So now we have a big threat. They do still have their Teferi, which is unfortunate. We could have just played this and gave it haste to ensure that Teferi was taken out, but we were able to force them into a block with their Hero Precinct 1, which is really good. Get to, you know, take away their token creator there. They have another Scryland they put on the bottom again, and they have 2 cards in hand currently. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, not enough to do both. So let's go ahead and probably swing at their... Yeah, we'll swing directly at them. So let's go ahead and go next. Swing at their face. I guess we'll just... We'll go to end of turn and see what they do. They did nothing. So they didn't have anything. I thought they were gonna play like a rat spell. I mean, that's what I figured. Oh, they have a blast zone. Not sure why they have a blast zone. Okay. Alright, +1. They have 2 cards in hand still. I'll put a stop in their end step. If they go to their end step, I'm just gonna take out their token and their Teferi. Actually, we'll do this and this. See if they have a removal spell that they've been holding. I guess not. Interesting. Okay, well, I guess we'll swing there and there. Yep, we'll just swing both. Do they have any answer to my gigantic dragon? No, they don't. Okay, wow. Okay. They got a little flooded there. They a lot of their scries went to the bottom. They just couldn't find what they needed. So against the, I guess, Esper control deck or Esper hero deck is what we're seeing here. Shock's pretty good against hero, but not good against anything else in their deck. Harpooner, I think they probably have elite guard mages, so I'll keep the Harpooners in. Maybe Thrashing Bronzon for like Bolas the Citadel. And 2 Veil of Summers might be good just for, you know, kill spells or like Murderous Riders or something like that. So, what do we take out now? Well, collision classes probably we don't need. It just wins us the game pretty fast. But it does give trample, though. That's kind of a big deal. I could just trim around. I could just like trim a Bone Crusher Giant. Well, Bone Crusher kills the Hero Precinct one pretty well. We are on the draw again, so maybe like Zerta isn't that great. I could trim like 1 collision and once. Man, I don't like Zerta Goblin at all. But we need the creatures for this, so I just trim a Pelt Collector. Maybe Pelt Collector isn't that great on the draw, but yeah, we'll keep it like this. We'll see what we got. Alright, going into game number 2 here. Let's see what we got. Hopefully our opener is better. That was a mold of 5. Somehow pulled it off there just because dragons be dragons. Waiting on the opponent. Okay, let's see. Well, we got lands and we got spells. So we'll probably keep this. 1 more land we'll get to play Questing Beast, and we got a Shock into a Bronzodon into hopefully Questing Beast. So they're going to play Island Witching Well. This is a very interesting card to have in Esper Hero, just because it doesn't trigger Hero. So, I mean, I like the card. Great card. 1 mana, scry 2, and then you can pay some mana later to draw some cards. That's pretty sweet. So they're playing their Fabled Passage to get themselves a Swamp, which will... It's basically a Evolving Wilds until you have 4 lands down. So now we have a Shock land at least. We have double Questing Beast to get around their Thought Erasures. I wouldn't say get around their Thought Erasures, but it's something. Resolves. And let me Bone Crusher your guy. Bone Crusher. He's a Bone Crusher. Got him. Very nice. We're going to hold on to our Thrashing Bronzon. I'm going to keep as many cards in hand as possible. This way we have a really cool threat that deals them damage if they want to kill it. Tombbound Lich. Does this give first strike? Double strike. Woohoo! Tombbound Lich. Did not expect to see that in here. I guess it's a multicolored spell for hero. And there's a Sorin. Okay. Shocking that in. Maybe they have a... it's quite possible they have like a disfigure or something. I guess that doesn't matter. So yeah, we'll just play the old questing beast here. And we'll swing. I can't block with the 1 power guy. Even if they disfigure this. This cannot be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. Sweet. Okay, 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6. So this spell costs 1 less for each attacking creature. Oh no! Noxious Grasp. No! Oh, they did on their turn. Okay. They're using their mana. Surprise! We have another one. Surprise! 1 attacker, please. Because next turn we're going to give him the beats. There's the disfigure. Yep. You only get hit for 2 now. You only get hit for 2. Another Noxious Grasp. They're gaining their life back. It's not good. It's not good, I say. Well, we'll do Thrashing Barontodon, and we'll do Cruel Harpooner. That way, next turn I can play EMBERCLEAVE and really get the let out, basically. No attacks. I'm gonna put it on the Bone Crusher Giant. It's gonna be beautiful. Alright, so they have... Oh man, I just played the Cruel Harpooner and they play the Guard Mage. You kidding me, man? So this is going to cost... It's, what, 4, 5, 6 minus 3 is going to cost 3. That's pretty sweet. Alright, where are you blocking? Alright, well, I guess we put it on this guy. Boom. And another 4. Boom. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. And we get a haster next turn too. Whoo, EMBERCLEAVE. Woo! You on fire, EMBERCLEAVE. That's nice. That's a big boy. That's a big boy. Teferi Time Raveler. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so if I get a land, I'll be good. That's fine. I guess I could have sacked it to kill that, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. We just need to draw a land. That also works, I think. Put this on here. Turns into a 5/4. 5. Yeah, I think that's game. That double strike? Yeah, I think that's game. And then we'll just do this for good measure. A 5/4 double striking trample guy is not good for your life total. Let's be real. Wham! Okay, sweet. Even if they block with the token on the 5/4, didn't really matter. So yes, sweet victory, man. This deck is crazy. That was sweet. I kind of like what they were doing there a little bit, but they just seemed a little slower. Didn't have the cards to kind of do anything. I've been trying to mess with the Esper hero deck, and it just hasn't seemed to be working out for me. So I just kind of been the idea for now. But hey, since Field of the Dead is banned, we might need to step back into those shoes and see what's going on. All right, welcome back. Let's take a look at our opening hand, see what we have to work with. We only have 2 4s, but we do have Once Upon a Time and Paradise Druid to find a red source here. So I think we're actually going to keep this. We are on the draw. So we'll draw our card, play our land, we'll draw our second card, and then we'll play Once Upon a Time. No use playing Once Upon a Time on your opponent's turn because it's free anyway, and you want to get 1 card deeper. It makes way more sense. So our opponent mulled 2, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? 3, 6. Yeah, they mulled to 6, and then they played Breeding Pool with Grazer, and they are probably going to put on a land in play. It looks like they are playing a Field of the Dead deck. Just one last hurrah this week until it goes away on Thursday, so that's totally okay. Another Paradise Druid. Also fine. Okay. So we will see what they do here. So they have Fabled Passes. That's going to be a tap land. Nothing else left for them to do. another forest, so we will once upon a time to find either a questing beast or a second red source, or one or two red sources would be great. So yeah, I don't care about any of these. A mountain sounds great right now. Paradise Druid coming in hot. So they did the Fabled Passage for a Plains. They have Plains Breeding Pool and Dimir Guildgate currently. They missed their land drop, unfortunately. So we'll just play a second Paradise Druid and pass the turn. No attacks. If we attack, they just block. Doesn't do anything. We have Bone Crusher that we can hold up here. Temple of Triumph is going to scry them either top or bottom. See what they do. So they must have just drawn this for the turn. Whatever else is in their hand was in their last turn. Last turn they didn't play a land for turn. This one they did, so I can only assume that they drew that for the turn. So their scry is going on top, so something they want. Maybe a Golos or a Field of the Dead or something like that. I think we're actually just gonna cancel. We will just Bone Crusher them. Yep. Ooh, Embercleave. We'll give it haste. We're just gonna try to get them dead. Hellkite's coming in. That's okay. Get their blocker out of the way as it is now. Let's see. We have the double red for Embercleave at least. Divine Visitation. Yikes. Yikes. Oh boy. So I have to swing with one of these? Okay. Swing. We will full control, hit attack. Then we will put this into play. Connect this with that. And then, oh baby, give this a plus and look. Oh no, I can't. Cancel. No. All right, hit you for 12. Whap. All right, they are currently at 4. We will probably once upon a time and then like Collision Colossus their thing maybe. All right, so if they have like put Field of the Dead in play and then play a land, then they will have one angel, which we can kill with this Collision Colossus. Oh, they didn't hit the land. Sweet, Embercleave for the win again. Okay, so they're like I assume that they're a Field of the Dead deck that's just playing Divine Visitation because they can. So we want that card for sure. Everything else I don't think we really care about. What do we bring in here? We run in these guys, so we'll probably just trim. Probably trim. We want to keep these guys, I think, just for killing purposes. Bone Crusher's probably not that great. I'm gonna take out a Zertog Goblin. Yeah, we just want to trim 2 cards for 2 cards that handle the enchantments, and hopefully we get there. We didn't really change our deck at all, really. So, you know, getting our 2 to 3 creatures in play and swinging and being able to put Embercleave on something is going to be super, super sweet. We'll see what we got here. Let's see. Well, we will keep this actually because here's a red source and here's a red source. Hopefully a red source. Our turn 2 is going to be Paradise Druid instead of Zertog Goblin, so it's a little bit not as aggressive, but we could find something on our draws here or once upon a time to find something cool. So they're going to play Blossoming Sands to gain a life. Pass the turn. Another forest. All right, go ahead. Now I could have once upon a time for like a Pelt Collector, but we really need a red source. We draw a red source. We did not. So we'll play once upon a time. Grab a red source. Play the red source. and play Paradise Druid. So I think next turn is either going to be Zerta or Brontodon. I don't want this to get bounced by Teferi. I want to get to a point where I can play it and activate it the same exact turn. Like when they have a Divine Visitation or something like that out. So we will hold on to this for now. We'll probably just play Zerta Goblin. Unless we draw like a Questing Beast, then we're gonna come in hot with that one. So they, once upon a time, grabbed a Boreal Grazer. They must have multiple lands in hand. Yep, there is one land, and there's a land for turn. Another Zerta Goblin, so I guess we could just play both. Yeah, make it a 3/3, and we'll make this one a 3/3 as well. All right, 2 3/3s. Let's go. Next time we can play the Hellkite with haste or something and get in there. Maybe we play this as a 5/5. Who knows? There's the route. 4, 5, 6, and then a Field of the Dead out of hand is going to give them a token as well. These do not have trample. They just can they outclass the zombie though, at least. All right, so no Field of the Dead as of yet. Let's go ahead and give this a 1/1 counter. Attack for 6. I guess we just give this one haste next turn. Bring the beats. Bring the beats. Oh, I mean, it would be nice if we draw Embercleave or something. See if we get board wiped here. No, we do not. Okay, well, I didn't think about that part of it until, you know, their turn, but it's definitely possible we could have gotten board wiped there. But they played Arisen Reef, drew a card in their hand, Growth Spiral. They drew another card. They were able to put a land into play. They really need to find a Field of the Dead here. Not looking great for them. There's our land. I guess we just go... Yeah, I guess we just go another Hellkite. Keep the beats coming here. Yeah, we give that sucker haste. And we'll swing for a lot. Ether Gust. Sure, I'll put that back on top. Why not? They can block there, block there. Take 3 down to 12. Oh no, they're going to keep that in play in case they draw another Arisen Reef or something elemental style. The only way that they can stay in this game is probably a Field of the Dead, to be honest. That's the only way they can stay in this game currently. I wonder if they're testing out a deck that doesn't have Field of the Dead or something like that. Something along the lines of it can't... playing the same style gameplay but without Field of the Dead, just like a ramp style deck with a bunch of colors, I guess. I just haven't seen the dude. We have 0 creatures in our bin here. All right, so I guess we'll just play this for make a 5/5. No attacks. We can't play this yet because we don't have enough mana. We really need to Embercleave, and then we're good. I wonder if there's any way to like search up equipment or anything in Standard currently. No blocks. If I no block and they board wipe, it gets rid of all their threats, and then we pretty much lose the game. But if they no blocks, they're gonna have to have something else in the air or something to beat a Boreal Grazer. Right, there is the old giant. Yikes. Well, they only have 2 cards left in hand. We have a Thrashing Brontodon and a Once Upon a Time to find something we need, so that's kind of cool. Luckily, they don't have a Field of the Dead just yet. Growth Spiral. Just be another land that's not a... Okay, so it's a... Boy, they got all the land types today. Oh, baby. They got all the land types today. Well, let's see what we got on top of our deck here. Oh, they're going to play that big boy. They're going to play the big boy next turn. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yikes. Well. What do we do here? All Actually, I think we take the Pelt Collector, to be honest. Play the Pelt Collector. Say go. 3, 4, 5. See if they play. They're probably going to play the Realmcloak Giant. Yeah, they can do this and play Realmcloak Giant. Hopefully they don't find a Field of the Dead. I've been saying that all game and they've been just like missing on it every time. Yeah, let's zap them for 10. Land is decent. We can go 1 and 2. We probably should have played the 3 power guy first, but it'll still grow that guy up. So they have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10 power right now, so we can block your Realmcloak Giant. We can block it. Route, okay. Get more lands that just give you more colors to do cool stuff. Sweet. More lands out of your deck. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 lands out of there. Possibly 29. Well, we'll do 4 and... yeah, we'll do it like that. It's gonna be a full trade, but gonna be a full trade. Don't tell me you have something in your hand. Don't even do it. What? That's rude. At least I get my other red source. That's pretty sweet. Ouch. Oh, and it dies, and we get a counter. Yeah. Yeah, 1/1 counter. Let's go. No attacks. Yeah, I can't believe this thing has vigilance. I can't believe they're playing Assassin's Trophy. Boy, oh boy. Well, you can only kill one of them. Or at least I can hope you can only kill one of them. Unless they ripped another one off the top there. Okay, so they're going to kill that guy. Gotcha. Gotcha. We are in top deck mode, and Ram decks usually have a better top deck than we do, so... And if we draw Embercleave, we are in great shape. Hydrokisis for 12? Oh my goodness! No way that was their top deck. Oh my gosh, dude. Oh, we are super dead. Oh, these ramp decks are hilarious. They fill their entire deck, more than half of it, with lands, and then when it comes down to super like clutch little plays that they're like man, I'm out of cards. I have nothing. My whole land's full of decks. I'm just gonna draw lands all the time. Oh my gosh, it's a Krasis I could play for 12. Oh, you gotta be joking me. Alright, well, they have some removal. I guess we could play Veil of Summer, maybe. No. Dominguez Ambush doesn't really do it either. Shifting Ceratops doesn't really do it. I think we just keep it like it is, and now that we're on the play, we'll be good. We just had a little unfortunate turn of events there that they didn't have a... It was very fortunate they didn't have a board wipe, and then they just draw one off the top. So very unfortunate. Well, we have one and hopefully into 3. So actually, no, we don't. Good lord, the mana base in this deck is questionable. I'm gonna keep that Questing Beast probably, to be honest. Yeah, we'll keep 6. Get rid of the 1 Pelt Collector here. Shock, play Pelt Collector. This guy's gonna get big. 1/1, then it'll be a 2/2 next turn. It'll be a 3/3 the following turn. I'm on board. Let's just draw 1 land, 1 or 2 lands. That's all I want for the rest of the game, please. Actually, 2 lands would be perfect. Don't Once Upon a Time on my turn. Gosh darn it! No one will ever learn. And the worst part is they'll never ever get punished by it or understand why they're getting punished by it. So that kind of sucks. Just draw your card for the turn. It's so simple. Like, you're just denying yourself 1 card to look at. Because you can draw your card, then look at the top 5. I mean, at the same time, they're looking at the top 5 and then drawing a card. So, I don't really know. It just doesn't seem... It just seems silly to me. Alright, play our Paradise Druid. Next time we get to play... We'll honestly play Spellbreaker, probably. Swing? That consumer 3, 6, 7, 8 next turn. And then the following turn we can play our land, and this will grow up to a 4/4. 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. And they'll be possibly dead. So Boreal Grazer goes in, they put the land in play from Grazer, and they do not have a second land. What is going on? Alright, we'll play the GRUUL Spellbreaker, give a haste. So grow to 3. All attacks. Block here takes 6. You got it. Looks good to me. Questing Beast coming in hot next turn. Got a land? I hope you have a land just to, you know, do something. Ether Gust. Decline. You go on the bottom. You have served your purpose, my friend. Now rest easy. Alright, swing out. Block me. Take 7. Boom, boom. Okay, sweet. This is going to get something +4/+2 in Trample. Oh, they found a land. Oh no, it's going to gain a life. Is that going to be enough? Swing. Okay, yeah, we got it. Okay, sweet, we got it. I was like, why are they swinging? Oh, they just knew it was game over. The Questing Beast came down and gave him a bam! Oh, bam! Let's go on to the next one. Welcome back. Let's take a look at our hands. See what we have to work with. Just looking at it doesn't look that great, but we have Pellet Collector and Once Upon a Time. This should find us a land to play our other spells, so I think I'm actually going to keep this. And we're on the draw, so we could have a chance to draw a land here as well. Castle of Interest on 1. Well, it could be like a Fires of Invention deck. It could be Esper Doom Foretold. It could just be blue-black, blue-red. You know, there's tons of stuff it can be. So let's go to our turn, draw our card. Let's go in Once Upon a Time. Looking for a land. Looking for a land here. Summon Ground sounds great, actually. Gives us a red source that we need as well. So we will pay 2 life, and we will Pellet Collector. Next turn we can Zerta. If we keep drawing lands, we can go Zerta into, we can go Haste Zerta into Haste GRUUL Spellbreaker into a 4/4 Spellbreaker, grows this to a 4/4. So this is actually like probably the best Pellet Collector deck that I've seen in a while besides the mono green list. So it looks like they could be Jeskai, they could be just blue-red. Not sure just yet. They scried on the bottom there. So a little change of plans here. Instead of playing the Zerta with haste, we're actually going to play our Paradise Druid, which will still grow our Pellet Collector, and we'll be able to play Spellbreaker next turn regardless of drawing a land or not. Now the real thing is, are we going to get hit with like a removal spell or anything? But it doesn't look like we are. This looks like more of the Jeskai Planeswalkers deck, probably a Fires of Invention deck. So they got the Shock here. Let's see. Well, Shock's not going to kill anything here. We are putting our Paradise Druid in a bit of a risky situation here because they have Shock, but we're gonna have to do it here. Just gonna have to bite the bullet, and we'll go 3 there and 3 to the face. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Yep, that's attacking there. That's attacking there. Perfect. Take out their Narset. Hit them for 3. We'll see if they shock our Paradise Druid. If they notice that we did not play a land that turn, then our Paradise Druid might be in for it. You might have a pretty hard time there. Yep, Paradise Druid is out of here. Land is perfect. Perfect land is perfect. Alright, make it a 4/4. So we can make our other one a 4/4. Attack for 7. Cruel Harpooner is also a 4-drop currently. If they're able to kill this Spellbreaker or anything, this will get 2 counters, and it'll be a 5 when it comes in, and grow this to a 5/5. Unfortunately, for our opponent, that's all that was needed to crush their spirits and win the game. So we're going to move on to our sideboards here. Bring in Veil of Summers. Bring in Shifting Ceratops. I don't know if we need Shifting Ceratops, to be honest, but it is pro-blue. So if they are, like, if they are a Teferi deck, then we can kind of get around it that way. We'll probably bring in Thrashing Bronzedon just because they probably have what is it called? Fires of Invention. There we go. Collision Colossus, I don't know if they're going to have many creatures to deal with. I could bring in Red Cap Melee as well, but I feel like I'm over sideboarding at that point. We can take out our Collision Colossus. They don't seem great. And we'll take out, like, I guess we'll take out like 1 Bone Crusher and 1 Zerta. Yeah, let's run it like that. We have a little bit of protection. We've got a way to take out their Fires of Invention, and we have, I can't remember the other card we brought, Shifting Ceratops, you know, in case they have like Teferis or anything, so it can't get bounced, and it's got haste. Hand looks great. We're gonna Once Upon a Time before we play Zertos, so we can find the red source to actually play the card, and Embercleave should do the job there toward the end. But we're gonna wait to play these until, at least one of them, until turn 2 there. Paradise Druid, huh? Okay. I was gonna say you could Once Upon a Time now to find like a Pelt Collector if you wanted to be, you know, extra aggressive. But since we don't have any red sources, and this is technically a red source, I'm thinking we should do this probably next turn to find a red source to play Zerta. Or we could just play Forest and play Paradise Druid to get ready for Embercleave. That's a possibility as well. Nice. Okay, so we're going to do this because we're playing a 2-drop anyway. So we'll see what we have, or what we can get. Questing Beast, Pelt Collector. Let's view the battlefield. Okay, so we have our 2-drops here. And our Embercleave in that. So I think we're going to go Paradise Druid this turn into a Questing Beast. I think that's probably the best thing to do. Grab a Questing Beast. This will be our second red source for the Embercleave as well. Paradise Druid, it can be counterspell, but it can't be hit with any removal until it's tapped. So the reason that we play Paradise Druid is because it has hexproof and it'll live, unlike other 2-mana dorks that could get burned or removed from the battlefield before we're able to utilize the mana that they're going to produce. Paradise Druid kind of gets around that, which is really sweet. Probably another Narset coming. Maybe not. Maybe a counterspell. Maybe they have counterspells because I saw we have Questing Beast. That's definitely a possibility. Let's go ahead and play our Mountain. Since we have another Mountain here, I think we'll actually play Zerta guy with a... Maybe we play with a 3. Do we put a counter on it? I think we put a counter on it. We just want all the power as possible. And we'll play Cruel Harpooner. And this gets hit with Shock as well, which is a little unfortunate, but we just want to get some power in play now so that we can Embercleave as fast as possible here. Opt, another Opt. So swinging with 3 is going to turn this into, what's this, 4, 5, 6 normally. Let's turn it into 3, all right. That'll be 4 now if we swing at both of these. There's the Fires of Invention. What else do you have in play here? Ral. That's an interesting one in the Fires of Invention deck. I guess you get to scry one every turn. I'm not sure how the instant sorcery thing is gonna go, but we will bring in the Beast. We'll go 3 at you, 4 at you, and then Questing Beast will take out the remaining Ral there. So then we can, our next turn we can actually Once Upon a Time to find like a Thrashing Brontodon or something like that. Are they just a blue-red Fires of Invention deck? That means they could have that 7-drop card, the instant or sorcery that deals 7 damage divided among, like, I think, three targets or something like that. Throw a possibility in a Fires of Invention deck does not seem that great. Not really that great to be, what in the world is this? Each player puts the top 4 cards of the library into the graveyard. Return up to 2 instant and or sorcery cards from your graveyard to your hand and then exile it. Okay, well, let's see what they got. Well, that's a that's a thing. Okay, so they have the Blaze. I'm not sure what else. 6 mana for 6 damage. Feels pretty good. So let's see if we attack and give this 5, that's 10, 13, 15, and then the burn. Yeah. They can't play any spells here. We'll put full control on. Yeah, we'll Embercleave it up. Resolves. Put it on the big boy here. Put it on the big boy. Okay, he's on. Whack. Boom. I think we put him to 1 or 2. Alright, put him to 1. We've got Bone Crusher in hand. Embercleave. Look at that. Taken down the Is It Fire's Invention deck. Man, Embercleave is insanity. Insanity. Oh my goodness. Alright, just a little overview of the deck here. This deck is insanity. It's super quick, wins out of nowhere. Embercleave has to be the MVP of this deck, but Questing Beast is a close second, and it wears Embercleave so nicely. The rest of these cards are really good. I thought Zertop Goblin was going to be pretty bad, but ended up being pretty relevant. Just having these 2 drops in order to get more attacking creatures for Embercleave and making 3/3s isn't too bad actually. This is probably the best Pelt Collector deck that I've seen since Mono Green, because you have like Paradise Druid to pump it, Zertop Goblin with the 1/1 counter can pump it as well, or like the one game we went Pelt Collector into Paradise Druid, and then we had the line going of play GRUUL Spellbreaker with haste as a 3/3 grows up our Pelt Collector there, and then the next turn we could have played it with a 1/1 counter to make it grow even more. So that's super cool. Or, you know, Pelt Collector, Paradise Druid, Spellbreaker into Questing Beast, something along those lines. So there's like really cool little combos like that. The Cruel Harpooners, great 3/2. I like only having 2 of them so that later on when you play it, you're actually getting value from the undergrowth portion of it. It didn't really matter. We couldn't really give it haste to kind of really utilize it too much, but I really like that. Hellkite was the great dragon that we always knew he was going to be. Not as good as like Stormbreath Dragon or Thundermaw Hellkite, but you know he does work. Bone Crusher Giant's great. Once Upon a Time is great. I would actually keep this deck the way it is currently. The sideboard is definitely going to need to change as the format develops and changes, especially with Field of the Dead being banned. So moving forward, the sideboard will change quite a bit, but you can just kind of follow this deck and see what other players are doing, or in your local FNM settings. So if you know a few people that play the same decks every week, you can kind of tune your sideboard a little bit to maybe target things that beat you pretty easily, so you can, you know, keep bashing people with Embercleave here. But overall, deck was fantastic, highly recommended. Get out there, grab some cards, and try it yourself. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed me putting Embercleaves onto our big Questing Beast and our dragons and just beating our opponents down. Go ahead and like this video if you liked it. Make sure to subscribe. We post videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. That's 3 videos a week, mainly gameplays at this point. But go ahead and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought about the deck. Are you going to try out the deck yourself? It is the Mythic Championship winning deck, so it's gotta be good, right? Again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. And remember, magic is great, and so are you. Stay positive and play Islands.